All right, we got an encampment. Oh shit. Okay, we got some big boys. We got some big boys. This is kind of why I brought the slow field. Oh, we got the Ben's war cry to hype me up. Here we go. All right, we gotta take care of them. Okay, so I want to focus on them. I guess they're already dead. All right, you know, here I am trying to use strategy with the Gravedigger, but everything's just dead, just gone. Wow, I guess the Gravedigger's pretty good. All right, so I am way late to this, even as I'm recording this. Never mind when this video actually goes out, but the Gravedigger came back forever ago. On this date, actually, if you guys want to check out the timeline, link down below in like every single video now, because I think it's a super useful resource. The Gravedigger came out, and it is a fan favorite for obvious reasons. It's the Stonewood trader's favorite weapon. Every kid who's never touched Save the World or taken any time to learn anything more about the Gravedigger being cool has wanted this weapon. And even in my early days, this was my favorite weapon. It's the first weapon I ever actually maxed out, by the way. And nowadays, it's pretty... Okay, I'm going to say two things that are going to sound controversial or like contradictory, but it is simultaneously mediocre and pretty good at the same time. So it's mediocre on the list of assault weapons. In my top 10 ARs video, it was ranked pretty low, but the fact that it was even on the top 10 ARs video should tell you that it's not useless. But I even have lobbied with Epic for like a damage buff to this weapon because it's so deserving of it. It's such a fantastic weapon. And I've actually delayed this video quite a bit because this weapon can only be fire, and I wanted a nature mission to record this video. And today we not only have a nature mission, but we actually have a Cat 4 nature mission. So because I record these on Twitch, link down below, chat voted. I asked them in a poll. They voted totally rocking out, but I really want to see this one with the Blast from the Past build. So we're doing just the most basic perks. If you want my video on it, link down below. It talks through all the different combinations, but we're gonna be doing the most basic Blast from the Past build. Because these intros run a little long, we're gonna blaze through this. Rescue Trooper Ramirez in the lead, of course. 50% damage is great. Blast from the Past, obviously. Hide, might, we want health, and well, armor. It's different than health, but I'm not gonna get into it. Armor, damage, assault crit damage because we're running a crit build. Assault ammo recovery because I have reload on this. We don't need Chaos Agent. I want more ammo. It's already got a 40 round base meg, which is pretty good. Going coconuts because they're awesome. So yeah, let's hop into the game and enjoy the Gravedigger. This is like a dream start. We spawned in right next to an encampment. I searched 2 things and got 9 coconuts. So we're just going straight into it. And honestly, as you can see, the weapon is better than you might think. Like it's bad kind of compared to the other great weapons, but anything that can kill a nurse with relative ease is pretty damn good. And as I've mentioned in a million videos by now, the affliction buff on the Gravedigger did wonders for it. And another nice little buff is the fact that you can crouch. This weapon is, per the description, a weapon that gives you damage and impact at the cost of accuracy and fire rate. So it is a slower firing weapon, which honestly isn't that bad. That kind of just gives it better ammo efficiency. And due to crouching being a thing, you can actually get some pretty good range on this. With that affliction buff, you don't even need to finish off the target. So you can actually do some pretty good work with, look at that nurse. We did like 5% and she just died. So yeah, there are a couple of things that have treated this weapon well over the years, and I'm excited to look into it. And I'm at 14 coconuts already. Oh, this is going great. All right, we got to smash our bullying archer. We're going to go save him. All right, so obviously we got to use the coconut, get the damage going. War cry from Ben's coming in hot. Thank you, Twitch chat. Actually, one of the better smasher kills we've seen in a while. This weapon is kind of impressing me. I came in here ready to defend a weapon that I've done the math and wasn't impressed on, but in reality, it's doing great. Look at this long range action. Dude, dude, look at this long range action. Smooth kill. You know, I love that. What's the range on this weapon? Yeah, not that long. I really appreciate my teammates. Aura, Ben's, Archer, friends of mine who pop in during the streams. He pointed out the encampment and it worked quite a bit with me to help reset it so we can get this going. But yeah, eat the coconut for the health. I've been saving it. Look at that damage. You know, I started off this video talking crap about this weapon to an extent. You know, an educated crap talking. But it's actually doing fairly well. Switching off between the different targets allows for that affliction to really take effect. And in that crowd, it doesn't look like it's doing as much as it is, but really, it's performing better than certainly some other weapons I've seen. If you guys want to check out the Fun 160s playlist down below, you might see what I'm talking about. But there were weapons like the typewriter recently where I actually expected it to do a lot worse than it did. That one also kind of impressed me, which is funny to say because back in the day, the math always turned out to the Typewriter and the Gravedigger actually being almost identical DPS, to the extent that the Typewriter is almost like an SMG version of the Gravedigger. In fact, I think it has the same fire rate of, oh no, 7.2, and then the Typewriter has 8.1, but they're very, very similar in that regard. And I guess both of them impressing me kind of lines up with how the game has changed over the years. Either way, we're gonna prep this defense, and then I'll tune in once we get it started. All right, the defense has begun. It's funny, if you look at the timer under my name, this was a long time in between takes. Yeah. As of recording this, I think this will go out before the deal is over. You can use code BEAST30 for 30% off Advanced GG, and I was just talking to chat about that because I really like Advanced GG. And even if you're watching this in the future and the discount is gone, as long as I'm still a partner, there should be a link down there for Beast, code BEAST, get 30 or 10% off normally. BEAST30 for 30. That goes until Friday midnight EST. I don't know when this video will exactly go up, but it'll probably be a rushed upload anyway. Hello, Invincible Husk. Okay. But yeah, I really like it, so I was talking about that. And Gravedigger. So Archer put down a lot of tire traps just to kind of keep things in place, and I like this weapon so much. I love the aesthetic. It has long been my favorite weapon, like in general, at least aesthetically. And I know that wouldn't have always been my answer. If anybody here in the comments or on my streams has asked me what my favorite weapon is, I'm usually pretty vague because I enjoy all the different weapons. People have asked me, like, after all the fun loadouts you've done and all the loadouts you've tried and shown us, if you could only use two, which ones would you use? And I said, I'd uninstall the game. Because that lack of diversity gets boring really fast. And yeah, I should show this a little bit better by getting closer. Yes, I see that smasher. You can see the damage drop off was really doing a number on this weapon. So if you didn't click off already and you wrote this weapon off, also, you can see that it's a little bit better. But also, I stopped running drones in this loadout because, oh, come on, he avoided it completely. I stopped running drones because I never use them because I want to showcase the weapon, and Slowfield has a lot of utility, and Archer and I are both using the Gravedigger. So on the one hand, I was like, come on, man, you're stealing my smasher. But on the other, you do get to see kind of what a Gravedigger is good for. And I feel like this video so far has showcased one thing, that even without totally rocking out, this weapon will do a lot more damage in the second half of the video. Even without totally rocking out, it's still perfectly viable. Like I mentioned earlier, it might not be the highest ranked among the ARs, among us, but it's pretty damn good and a fun weapon to use in general. I really wish I would have thought to take off my weapon wrap for this, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not exactly how this weapon should look, but yeah. And earlier, I did the big troll, pretending like other elements don't exist. But in my mind, this is a fire weapon. It is disgusting. Recycle your schematic if you have a water Gravedigger, all right? That shouldn't be a thing. A nature Gravedigger, still pretty fucked up, but like, it's kind of okay. This is a fire weapon. This is a fire weapon. I cannot even imagine using the Gravedigger at any other element. Energy just looks weird. Water is wrong. It's gotta be fire. Maybe physical, but you should generally never do physical anyway. That's just, I can't even dream of it. So I did legitimately wait for a nature area, but I was recording other videos in the time in between, so you guys have probably, if you're a fan of the channel who watches every upload, you've probably already enjoyed the videos that came out in between waiting, but I think it was worth it, because being able to use the Gravedigger against nature enemies is just its natural home. It's just how it should go. And it looks like the spawns are flipping. I didn't really do much to show the traps, but it's pretty straightforward. It's another death bomb mission where we can't put floor traps down. We do have some wall traps, but they're mostly just flinging them away. And I wanted to trap minimally to give myself as many opportunities to shoot the enemies as possible. I want to tag that taker at a distance and just see, like, look at that health. Look at it go. If that health crits, it's so much. It's so much. I shot this thing like 3 times. That is how strong Affliction is. It's weird because on the one hand, I want to say it's busted, but it's kind of not. The damage takes place very slowly. It's certainly not instant, and your DPS, your damage per second, would be faster if you would just focus that target and continue shooting. And it doesn't last forever because Affliction's only 6 seconds. So it's slow enough that I feel like it's not broken, and it's limited in time enough to where I feel like it's balanced, but the damage is so good. And I feel like ever since I was a noob and Affliction was doing really garbage damage, I really felt like this is what Affliction should be. You know, like this is this is good damage. You could tag a target like that, and they all just sort of continue to die. And I love it. I love it so much. Taking advantage, I don't know why I keep reloading. Taking advantage of it is a really good way to maximize your DPS. You know, switch off between targets, shoot them all one at a time, and you can just eliminate a crowd. Now, I'm still going to continue taking damage while they chip away, but you can work on a lot of targets at once, and it's beautiful. And I actually, I had a funny moment in today's recording that I didn't share with you guys, where I went to craft my Gravedigger to record the video, but then I realized that I pretty much permanently have a Gravedigger on me at all times. Being as it is one of my favorite weapons, especially aesthetically, I just always have one. Whether or not I've used it in months is just pointless. Like, I just always have a Gravedigger at any given time, and it's because if anybody suggests a Gravedigger, I'm always down to use it. And on top of that, it is the spooky season, and like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this weapon just came out, and I, of all people, should be very excited to use this weapon, but it came out at a time when I think Archer covered the daily for me because I was out with a girlfriend, and then other videos went up and life got in the way, and then I just forgot. Like, if I'm not the one to make the daily video on the day that like a weapon like this comes back, I will just absolutely forget. And what do we got here? Oh, it's a nature mini boss. Let's go. I'm so excited. Give me the mini boss. Don't shoot it with a pot shot, Beds. All right, I fat fingered a hotkey, and I'm sure that's gonna bug me later, but I want to see what a Gravedigger can do against a mini boss. So this is where all my praise gets put exactly where it's meant to be. You know, like I've said, this weapon's better than I thought, you know, better than I remember. But at the same time, if you're wondering why, after all of this praise that I ranked at number 10, the fact that this mini boss isn't dead yet is exactly why. I know I'm forgetting to eat my coconuts. I know I've been very bad about that. I forgot in the Cloudburst video, and I teased myself in the typewriter video, but you do got to actually eat your coconuts to get that damage bonus. And, you know, soloing a mini boss, more or less, is nice as an accolade, but we all saw how long that took. So that's what I'm saying. It's a good weapon against the Husks, struggles a bit against the Smashers, and you're probably going to want a higher damage weapon or some team help on those mini bosses. But still, a weapon that is dear in many of our hearts is not as useless as I was afraid to report. So I'm at least happy to see that. Let's go flinger hunting. So, okay, all right. I'm not gonna be doing, not gonna be doing good at range. See, that's one of those moments where if Affliction was overpowered, I don't think that Taker would have ever damaged me. And it's funny, I think they buffed Affliction on accident because they reverted that change a long time ago and then put it back. And I don't think we've ever gotten any official word on it, but like, I don't know. I like where it landed. I think it's fair. And I said we were gonna go flinger hunting, but I'm not seeing any. Is that a flinger? No, these are just takers. Okay, well, I guess I'll just take out some takers. The teammates got the flingers unchecked because the flingers are one of the ways that we can really lose these missions. We do have a couple of floaters, and flingers are usually aiming specifically at those floating atlases, but I keep hearing flingers and not seeing them. I know Benz is rocking that pot shot, so he's probably just taking care of them with no problem. There we go. There we go. How much damage? I just want to see the Affliction. Oh, it's so good. So good. Wall darts chunks his health, knocks it out super easy. I'm going to get the next mission started up here. I'm probably going to cut to the loadout, and I want to run a poll with chat. I want to see if they want to see this exact same build improved by totally rocking out, or should we run double crit damage? I'll leave it up to chat. If you guys ever want to be a part of these polls, switch link down below. 6,229 damage in case you're interested, and I'll see you then. Is a single person gonna vote for the same build as before, or we're 100% on the double crit damage? We're just completely unanimous. Not a single Okay, well, I guess that decides it. All right, yeah, no, double crit damage it is. All right, business as usual. We got Sludge in the lead because it's totally rocking out. As you saw, we're running double crit damage. Battle Beat and Fumble because I don't want to switch off and use wafers, even though that might be optimal. I don't know. I'm just being a little lazy. Assault damage and support. Assault ammo recovery for the same reasons as before. And I dropped the coconuts because I don't feel like it. We're just going all out DPS, so we got locked and reloaded. I know it's only 15%, but I think it'll do just fine. All right, we got our loadout. We got some friends. This is a moment where I actually kind of wish I had wafers, because right now I am critting, well, 10% of the time. Well, now that we have the team perk active, it's going to be, yeah, basically just complete annihilation. This is by far the higher DPS build for this weapon. Of course, it's totally rocking out. That's exactly what it's for. But it's so satisfying to watch this weapon absolutely shred. Look at it go! That's the assault ammo recovery and that mag size coming in. Because the Gravedigger, I didn't mention this too much earlier, has a base 40 mag size, which is 33.3 repeating percent more than the standard mag size of 30. And that allows for a significantly higher uptime, especially when you multiply that by having assault ammo recovery and the support. You'll be shooting for a pretty decently long time without even having a mag size perk. So you basically get the benefits of essentially having a mag size perk and the benefits of a reload perk. And then we got Totally Rocket out on top of that. This is gonna be a great time. All right, we got an encampment. Oh shit. Okay, we got some big boys. We got some big boys. This is kind of why I brought the slow field. Oh, we got the Ben's war cry to hype me up. Here we go. All right, we gotta take care of them. Okay, so I want to focus on them. I guess they're already dead. All right, you know, here I am trying to use strategy with the Gravedigger, but everything's just dead, just gone. Wow. I guess the Gravedigger's pretty good. Wow. Yeah, the slow field is really pulling its weight. You know, I've been team drone for a long time, and I still am, to be honest, because I typically like to just throw it down and just enjoy it. But as long as I'm showcasing a weapon and therefore not trying to steal more of my damage with the drone, which isn't that much, to be honest, it makes a lot more sense for me to run slow field in these videos. But you're also about to see why I've been using a Santa's Little Helper on my hotbar this whole time. First times I've fired it in both games, but I've been using Santa's Little Helper to just annihilate shielders. And while that is going to help me a ton with this encampment and won't be as good for showing off the Gravedigger, I use it as a nice little tip to you guys. If you want to take care of these encampments nice and easy, get rid of shielders with no problem, then running Santa's Little Helper is a fantastic tool to get rid of those bubbles because it's super powerful, as you can see. Cuts right through them, not a big deal. Yeah, so Twitch chat just keeps recommending, or redeeming rather, the monkey stream. So, you know, I don't know how many times I'm going to link Twitch down below. Probably just once, but I'm going to refer to it several times. So, yeah, link down below. I'm going to just... oh, we gotta hide. Gotta run away. Gotta run away. Okay, there we go. Right on the top of the bubble, right between them. That one can survive. We're gonna leave one to survive, because if you don't leave that one, then who's gonna run back to the others to tell them what's to come? Thank you for the 100 bits, Walkman. Ah! This is a great choke point. We just got all the death bombs dropping too far away to... Okay, never mind. All right, we're back. We're gonna start with the shielders. You know, if I'm gonna allow myself to pop these bubbles anyway, at the very least, you can see I can at least get Totally Rocking Out active. That way I'm doing some meaningful damage, and I want to just get in here and get out. I'm just waiting for Affliction to chip away at my targets because I don't want to get hit by those bombs. They do a lot of damage, as you can see. Beast is almost directly, like, the amount of alive I am is almost directly linked to how many bombs there are on the ground at my feet. So staying far away from them is ideal in being, you know, less dead. So if you want to commit alive, stay away from those bombs. But look at that, just easy damage, easy damage. Bombs on the ground, getting thrown at from forever away, easy peasy. Gravedigger, but Totally Rocking Out. I'm kind of a fan, not gonna lie. So it turns out I never actually crafted the double crit damage Gravedigger. Whoopsie. Well, I guess we're gonna see some big numbers once this defense begins. Well, now that we actually have a double crit damage one this time, we can see what kind of bigger numbers we can get. You know, we'd be critting less often. 10% of the time is pretty unpoggers. They started the defense without me, even though I said I was going over here. That's okay, because it seems I am right where the enemies are going to be spawning anyway. That's honestly, that's kind of perfect, because this is kind of something that was confusing me. I was not saying anything in the recording, but I was critting a little more often than I thought, but it was killing perfectly fast. And I suppose that would just be Totally Rocking Out being Totally Rocking Out. So now you can see the enemies are just getting annihilated. It's not even close. I didn't actually put any traps down for this mission, but that's kind of fine. I want most of my damage to be coming from the Gravedigger here. And that's what I want to see right there. So I'm not going to have Totally Rocking Out active, and I really want to know what's the best way I can get it active without putting traps down, because I want to take out that smasher. You know, I want to be useful. I want to be the best I can be, like no one I ever was. And that is exactly what I need right there. A little fumble, get it going into a smasher. Look at the damage.
What the fuck was that damage, my
guy?
guy?
It's beautiful. Oh, it's so good. I even got the sound clip in there and everything. The smasher, it wasn't exactly 2 smashers in one clip, okay? But it was a pretty good amount of damage, and I'm gonna have to put down a few traps. This will weed out the babies, hopefully trigger the ability or the team perk a little more often. That way I can be more useful against those smashers, and yeah. All right, got a little baby smasher just getting finished off here. That's one. There we go. All right, we're gonna run over there, get the Baron out so we can move a little quicker. Football is grabbed. Pretty good damage, actually. Not gonna lie, that's decent. So I'll come back over here, and I really got to get that football active. Although we might be able to eliminate enough enemies. This is the trick with totally rocking out. You guys wonder why I like blasting the past in all my videos. One, it's consistent, it makes it easy to compare. And two, that smasher is completely gone. I don't actually know where it went. Come to think of it. Two, totally rocking out's not always active, and yes, of course, I could have put traps down and prepped a little better, but in general, even in missions when I do that, you're always at the mercy of whether or not your team perk's actually available. And that is why I only really run double, triple crit damage and no crit rating for these videos, because practically speaking, having that crit rating perk is something that's really good for a more consistent experience. And I don't really like not having that available, because if it's not available, all my DPS is gone. So it's when I do have it active, enemies just get deleted. But when I don't, I'm critting 10% of the time, and it's really not that impressive. So it's kind of the give and take. You know, they made a DPS-focused team perk while somehow balancing it, and I can't really fault Epic for that. So yeah, I don't know how long these footballs stay on the ground, but I kind of want to save that one because, well, you know, we got a lot of targets over here. Okay, all right. We got a lot of targets that aren't exactly in need of totally rocking out. So that's why I'm shooting these baby zombies, hoping Battle Beat will get active, and we just take the Taker out of the air. I feel like if you're not... the way that I'm playing now, that might be the most effective way to take advantage of this. You know, you focus on the baby zombies, get the team perk active, then focus on the bigger zombies, and you get more bang for your buck that way. Look at that. 2 mist monsters like it's nothing. Super easy. Shoot it on the side there. Bubbles are gone. Yeah, I think the Santa's Little Helper might be one of the better weapons for that. Now, it doesn't really need to be the Santa's Little Helper. You got the Sodbuster. You got the other launchers in the game, probably. Metal Marauders, Seasonal. I think the Jack Launcher works a similar way, but you just sort of shoot it at the top of that bubble right where the Shieler is. Knocks them out super easy. I run my Santa's Little Helper physical for stuff like that. Typically, you'd probably want to match the element, but a lot of the big targets like the Zappy Faces and the Takers are going to be physical. And normal zombies, even elemental ones, are not exactly going to shrug off the damage from the Santa's Little Helper. So I think that's why it's a little bit better to run physical on that specific weapon. But even in the same video, I said you typically never want to run physical. But launchers are a little different. So yeah, I'm really hoping for a nature mini boss this time, because to be able to, you know, it might not be the same modifiers, but to be able to sort of compare mini bosses would be super fun. So I think that'll spawn around the 2.5-minute mark. So we'll have to be a little patient for that. You know, you can't have everything all at once. But we've actually been really easy on the smashers this game. They kind of been leaving us alone, not gonna lie. It's almost underwhelming. All right, you know, just been hoarding up zombies for a while. Totally rocking out's active. Can we cut through the nurse and all of her friends? Yeah, actually. Seems like that's gonna be no problem, boss. Look at it. Look at the damage. It's beautiful. Is that the same football from earlier? There's always seems to be a football in that one spot, and I'm pretty sure they despawn. Does anybody in the comments know? Does anybody actually know? Not like best guess. I mean, like, has anybody tested this? Is it a time thing? Is there a number of footballs that can be on the ground? Because I have seen them disappear. I don't believe teammates can pick them up if they don't have fumble. So I'm honestly curious if anybody has any information on that. It's not the kind of thing I normally test, but yes, it's another nature mini boss. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. And I have the totally rocking out constantly buffed, I think, or mostly buffed. I'm gonna have to chip some, there we go, get some enemies over there. And then my health is low. He wants me to, yeah, he's trying to get the ear splitter going. I'm gonna drop the slow field here too. And I don't believe I have totally rocking out active, but this is kind of a good showing of what can happen. You know, when that team perk's not active, you kind of have to just stop shooting at your target like I'm doing here and just farm some enemies. Seems like I don't have my team perk right now, and that's kind of embarrassing. So I could shoot down here, maybe, chip a bunch of targets, and hopefully when they decay from affliction, I can get that battle beat active. But without a football here, I'm just kind of... I'm probably doing less DPS than the Blast in the Past build. Either way, took it out no problem. That was actually, I'm pretty sure, the same modifiers as the other mini-boss. Or at least nothing that would change it like Smokescreen or Tank. So that was fantastic. I'm actually really, really glad that we were able to compare. Because when Totally Rockin' Out was active, that was some really good damage. And I'm glad to see that the Gravedigger is still somewhat viable in our modern day. It might need a little bit of help with Totally Rockin' Out. But then again, Totally Rockin' Out just makes anything good, so I'm not really sure if that's a win or not, but Either way, I'm enjoying myself. So if you guys haven't tried out the Gravedigger in a while, give it a go. Give it a go. I think you might have some fun with it, and could be worth your perk up and reperk, because it's a weapon that I feel like a lot of us have forgotten about. Or for the people who even like the Gravedigger and don't need an excuse to run it, it's still a weapon that is old and not new and potentially not interesting anymore, and that could be a good reason to give it a go. Something you might not have been able to try for a while. I am having a hard time getting Tully Rockin' Out active because all my traps are at areas where the zombies aren't spawning, and it feels weird to put traps down for like the last few seconds of the game. We've only got a minute left, but there are a bunch of smashers, so maybe I can get away from that death bomb, focus on some of the baby zombies here. The ability should be active in just a second here. I feel like we've got enough enemies dead over there. Maybe that's the last one. There we go. All right, that smasher's gonna move away, but we can maybe focus on both. That one's frozen now. Pretty good damage, not gonna lie. Like, I didn't kill either one of them, but they were both low enough to where that was like, I don't know, 80% of us, or let's see, like a smasher, 1.6 smashers, something like that. I feel pretty good about that, not gonna lie. 60 seconds, or 30 seconds. Oh my god. Oh god, yeah, I was trying to build as I died. I'm gonna do the outro here while the mission's ending. So, Gravedigger. Good weapon. You guys should try it out. It's coming back around. Oh my god. Came back around with the Halloween season. I forgot to get rid of the monkey camera, so I'm sorry about that. If you guys want any more videos like this, comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see. I appreciate you hanging out. With 5 seconds left on the clock, this mission has been a complete W. Honestly, when you're running base and everybody's got a DPS build, it's not too difficult in these missions where... Or I even ran boom base for us. I forgot to mention that. Thank you to him. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and 7,631 damage, by the way. And then...